Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Justin Swanstrom's car. We're getting really close to completion, sending it to powder coat this week, or Monday at the latest. Just wanted to do a little video and kind of curious to see how long people think it takes to build one of these cars.
Not that long.
Week or two?
Yeah, I mean, if you're really working on it, you know.
Obviously you can see there's a ton of stuff that goes into these builds. I just want to see what everyone thinks it takes to actually build a car like this. To start to finish, we pretty much do everything except for the wiring. Modern Racing's gonna do the wiring. The chassis part is actually the quickest part. Me and Eddie do all the chassis stuff for the most part.
I just sit in the rocking chair.
He sits in a rocking chair quite a bit. How long did it take you to weld the whole thing?
Like 4 days, maybe.
4 days to weld the chassis after it's put together. We have a lot of big projects coming up this year, some pretty cool stuff. We'll definitely go more into detail on the chassis stuff and some of the fixturing and stuff when we get to that. But for this video, I just wanted to kind of show you from basically tubing to jig to here to out the door. Once it comes off the jig, we'll do the smaller stuff, the tabs, brackets, parachute mounts, seat mount, pretty much all the stuff we can't do with it on the jig or that it's easier to do off of the jig. Headers, pretty much everything else gets done over here. Brake lines, fire lines, etc. All we do on a chassis jig is the chassis and mount the body. We mount the body, the front end, and the doors before we pull it off the chassis jig. The chassis jig is perfectly flat, so we want to mount the body on that before we pull it off. After that, everything else gets done off the jig. Once we do all our tabs and brackets, we take the car over to the sheet metal area, which I'll show you now. We didn't move this car to the sheet metal area just because we have a lot of different things going on at once. Ideally, it's a lot better just have the car over there and work on just a sheet metal. But Justin's got a bunch of races he's trying to make, so we're trying to get this thing knocked out. I know he's got some No Prep Kings races lined up, some Radio Versal World, I think Pro 275. He's going to do NHRA Pro Mod, IHRA Pro Stock, Ultra Street. I think he's going to race it on the street. He might put some mud tires on. I'm not sure. He's got quite a bit of stuff planned with this deal. So we're really trying to get this thing knocked out so he can make these races and all the stuff he's got planned with this thing. All right, guys, that's it for this video. For the first person to comment on this video, how long it takes us to build a car like this from start to finish. That's everything powder coated, assembled, everything minus wiring. This car loaded up in Justin's trailer, heading down the road. I will give $100 to. The first person to guess the exact amount of time it takes us to build one of these cars, I will give $100 to. I want to see how close people actually are to realizing how much time it takes to build something like this. And there may be some shops that can build them quicker, and there may be some shops that take longer, but I know what it takes us, and I want to see what you guys think. Thanks again for watching, and hope you enjoyed.